Good morning, everyone. Welcome to March 1st and welcome to our March coffee chat. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm very excited because to me, March means that the spring is almost here, right? It's slowly coming, and that means that the summer is not too far behind. So let me share my screen with you. I'm excited to share with you some stats today for the real estate, and of course, lots of things that are coming up in the month of March with lots of things that are happening and going on around in our area. All right, here we go. So I am going to jump in and I'm going to talk to you about our real estate market. This is now that the updates are in and the statistics are in for last year. I just wanted to kind of start out by talking a little bit about our interest rates. As you can see, I included a graph here that gives you a really good idea on where we are with our interest rates. And up until the year of 2021, the rates have never been lower. I have had clients that were getting mortgages in 2.5%, 2.75%, which is very, very inexpensive money is what we call it. So where we are right now are right around the 4% mark. And of course, all of us, I think, are following closely on what's going on in Europe. And as a result of more and more sanctions that are being added every day, I am anticipating this rate going up because of the financial markets involved. And of course, they are heavily following on what's going on in Europe, and they're very much sensitive to the current events. And just so that's that. But overall, what I want to share with you today is, of course, the statistics that are grouped by the area that our team works in, and also let you know a little bit about what to expect if you have been thinking about capitalizing on the really, really good opportunities as a seller. Here's what you can expect. Okay, so number one, inventory is ultra low. I have never seen anything like it, and I'll show you what that looks like depending on where you live. So that's number one. Number two, buyers still have plenty of cash left over from the days of confinement of COVID. They did not have to drive a lot. They were not able to spend money maybe on restaurants or going out. So there is lots of cash that people are using as incentives to get their offers accepted. And overall, absolutely, sellers are in command and they control the offer terms. And most of the time, that means that you, the seller, have a smooth sailing through the transaction. A lot of the times you don't have to do any repairs as parts of the inspection, which makes it even easier for you to just have a general selling process. What I can also tell you is that the money that you make, the equity that you gain, with the market increasing the way it has been in the past and where it is today, is the equity that you have gained is not tax deductible as long as you have been in your home for the last 2 of the last 5 years, right? So that is the IRS's definition of primary residence. And if you are married, you don't have to pay income on the equity that you have in your home up to $500,000. Or if you are single and not married, it's $250,000. So I am seeing sellers maximizing this threshold and taking advantage of these rules and selling their primary residence. Of course, this rule does not apply if it's your vacation home or an investment property. So let's take a look at the actual statistics that we have. I am going to start out with Pennsylvania side. And what I want to show you are two things, right? So what we're looking at right now is homes for sale. When I mentioned to you earlier that the inventory is super low, so what I want you to look at is for the last 3 years, this is what we were tracking, right? This is a Q4. In 19, 20, and 21, look at the number of homes that were on the market in the last quarter of last year. It's 61% less than what we have seen in the year of 2019. And I'm seeing this pretty much the same along the border. It is the same in Bucks County as well. And it is the same in New Jersey. And this could mean many, many different things. And this is what I always tell people is that I can't a lot of the times it's not a good idea to make a general conclusion for the whole county, because as you know, the values of your home depend on many things, including the neighborhood that you're in, the school district that you're in, the township that you're in. So it always is helpful to say, you know what, if you are truly curious to see where your home value is, I am happy to do a quick numbers for you and then send it to you so you can take a look. So that way you have an idea of what works for you. Closed sales have been down as well. And it could be because the inventory is low. As you can see, they decreased by 10% in Montgomery County, by 8% in Bucks County. And of course, you can take a look at some of these other statistics. The average sales price has jumped by 6%. What I'm also actually seeing is an average increase of 10% of sale over sale in some neighborhoods. That's how fast the prices of the sales are jumping. And it makes a huge difference when either we have buyers that are trying to make offers and trying to stay competitive, or when you're trying to figure out what you think as a seller you're going to be able to get for your home. So that's the average sales price for Montgomery County. For Bucks County, the average sales price has risen to 5%. But you can also see the average sale price is now $460,000. That is, of course, unprecedented as well. All right, let's jump over Delaware River and take a look at a couple of counties in New Jersey. As you can see, homes for sale, 56% less homes for sale in 2021. And the same thing applies for Mercer County. And you can also see overall closed sales went down as well for both county. Average sale price in Mercer County jumped by 12%. And for Burlington County, it jumped by 11%. That's what I was mentioning to you, that 10% that I was seeing when I was doing market analysis for some of my clients for small neighborhoods, because everything that comes on the market, which is in ones and twos, was snatched up really quickly. And the competition was very, very fierce, okay? A month supply for last quarter of 2021 was less than 1 month. And the same thing is for Mercer County. And what that means is that if no more new homes have come on the market, this is how long it would take to sell everything that was currently for sale. So we had at that time less than 1 month in inventory. Again, that number is absolutely unprecedented. What we always talk about is that the stable market in the seller's market is less than 6 months of inventory. So you can see how much in demand the homes are currently, and how much you as a seller would be in driver's seat and controlling the transaction and truly maximizing what you have in your home. So let's jump in now and talk about some other factors and some other things for our coffee chat for this month. I get this question quite often. Olga, I need a plumber, or I'm looking for an electrician. How do I find a good contractor? And what I can tell you that, we have an extensive spreadsheet that we keep as part of our concierge services, and I invite you to take advantage and use it. It is absolutely free service that we provide to members of our communities, to all of our clients. And what I can tell you is that contractors come and go. Good contractors are not easy to find, and they also come and go. They may retire, they may get hurt. Things always happen. So we are always looking for great people to add to our spreadsheet. So if you know of anyone that you have used that was reasonably priced, that was communicative, that did a great job, please let us know. It doesn't matter what trade. We like to have at least a few options for different trades. So how do we find a good contractor? So number one, ask around and ask for recommendations. Okay, take a look at Google reviews. You can take a look at maybe Yelp reviews, but my recommendation to you, look around on a couple of different sites. Don't just trust one site for reviews. Also, talk to your friends and family, and of course, give us a call, and we're happy to recommend it to you, and see who have your family or friends have used, maybe if it's an electrician as an example, that they have really liked, okay? Facebook groups, we use them quite often in the area where we have clients, and maybe we have some work that needs to get done on the house that we're working with the client on. Look for names that get mentioned more than once. You can always search by the word, like electrician or a plumber. And the Facebook groups that I'm mentioning to you are the neighborhood groups, right? Where do you live? You most likely will have a neighborhood group, or something like next door is also a great way to ask. And of course, you can check with your neighbors as well. Next, complete your projects in the fall or winter. This is something that I have noticed that it repeats every year, because everybody, just like I was mentioning to you in the beginning of this video, I am so happy that it's March 1st. All of us are going to start getting outside. That means we're going to start doing some cleaning in the yard, and then we're going to be excited because the sunshine and the warmth is coming, and we're going to start thinking about what projects do we want to do around our home, maybe outside. And what that means is that good contractors are starting to get booked up, and they're going to stay busy until the months of in the fall. Then my recommendation to you, if you want a good contractor, focus on doing your projects when the contracts are least busy. That is going to be fall and winter, okay? You're going to be able to get the good ones actually on the phone and return your phone call. You definitely want to get a few quotes, and they will be competitively priced, right? Because a lot of times good contractors won't even return your phone calls because they're so busy. Here's the information that I suggest you ask from each contractor. I always recommend that you get at least 3 quotes for each job. And I know it's time consuming, and you have to wait for people to call you back, and then you have to schedule the appointments and actually get them out there. But trust me, you want to know if the quotes are being competitive, and that is what you can expect in today's economy. The prices have increased. There is still shortage in some of the supplies. The cost of some metals and wood and some other materials have risen significantly. There is still issues in the supply chain where some of these products are not available for months and months. So that is another consideration that you should be aware of when you are trying to figure out when to get your projects done, okay? So from each contractor, definitely find out what their license number is and which state they're licensed in. And you can check to make sure that that license is active. You can just Google on, depending what state you're in, you can check, and you can just Google check contractor's license, and it will give you the link on where you can do that. Absolutely get a copy of their general liability and workman's compensation insurance. If they get hurt in your house on their job, are they protected? So that way you're not going to have problems with your own homeowner's insurance. Project timeframe to complete, and what is the availability that they have for your project? Is this something that you're going to have to wait 6 months for, or are they available in a couple of months, so that way you can get everything ready that you need to do for this project? If there will be price increase built into the quote due to current material shortages. This is what we're seeing in many different industries. We're actually seeing that in new construction when we're working with clients, where, you know, if the construction of the project may take 6 months or more, there is a good possibility that the prices on materials may go up. Is this something that we have to worry about in this project as well? And who will obtain the necessary permits in your township? You need to know if the project that you are going to be taking on is going to require permits. So double check with your township to see how much the permits are and what they have to be, right? If it's going to be building, if it's going to be electrical or plumbing, and check with your contractor if he's going to file for those permits or he's going to rely on you to do that. All right, our maintenance checklist for the month of March. As you know, we do this every month, and I actually have separate videos to help you and guide you along. Our March home maintenance checklist includes these items, right? So the top few are something that you do every month. We are cleaning our microwave and oven, cleaning our kitchen garbage disposal, cleaning and checking and unclogging our sink drains, vacuuming dryer lint trap. And I have some pictures here for you actually from the help that I have done with my clients. And you can buy the tools to do that very inexpensively at Lowe's as well as Home Depot to help you get this done. Fires because of a clogged dryer lint trap are more common than a lot of people realize. Walking around the home exterior to notice any issues. I recommend that you do it on a monthly basis, especially with the winter weather that we have had, with winds, high winds and snow and rain. You never know. And as long as you find something that while it's still small, you can quickly fix it and it's not going to turn into a big expense for you. Cleaning range hood filters. I found it easier and check to see if it's something you can do for yours. It's just throw it in the dishwasher. And of course, checking your smoke and CO alarms. I just did that with all of mine to make sure, because I figured if one is beeping, maybe the other ones are too. It probably doesn't hurt just to swap out the batteries for everything. So that way they don't wake you up. As you know, they always go off in the middle of the night. I don't know if that's the case for you, but it's always the case for me. Pennsylvania happenings. I mentioned to you there's lots that is happening in the month of March. There's festivals, there's comedians and different shows. If you are into bird walks and bird watching, they are starting up because, as you know, springtime is the season of families and dating in the birds world. So it's really exciting, and maybe, you know, something new that you can do and maybe start up a new hobby. Of course, there's lots of things that are happening in New Jersey. I actually just got an email from one of my favorite tulip farms, Holland Ridge in Upper Freehold. They have planted the most number of tulips this year. I think they said 8 million tulips. So as you can imagine, it's going to be the most beautiful view soon when all these beautiful colors, just, you know, like sheets of colors that are going to be coming up. So I'm really excited to visit them and to see what they have to offer. So there's, of course, visiting different places. There's parades and things that are happening in the month of March. There's always something that you can find to do in both of our beautiful states. March holidays to celebrate. I am always encouraging you to do small celebrations on the holidays that don't get celebrated all the time. March 7th is National Cereal Day. March 13th is Daylight Saving Time. We are gaining an hour of sunshine. So put that in your calendar. Just make sure that you turn your clocks ahead. First day of spring officially is March 20th. March 30th is National Take a Walk in the Park Day. And overall, it's National Women's History Month, National Brain Injury Awareness Month, and National Nutrition Month. Of course, you can join us every month. We have lots of packed events and workshops that are always happening. We're always staying busy in addition to serving our clients both in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, and actually around Canada and United States. You can check our schedule of things that are coming up at bit.ly live with Olga. And here's a schedule of what we have coming up. A couple of different workshops. We're always running a decluttering workshop, and we're always running our home renovation projects on the budget to help you plan and to help you do some small projects around the house on a budget. It doesn't have to cost a lot. And of course, you know how to reach us by phone number, text messages, email, and please, we're inviting you with the spring coming up to take advantage of our concierge service. If you need recommendations, maybe for an account, because the taxes are going to be due very soon, please let us know. Free home updating consultation. We can do this in person or in Zoom. If you're not sure what you can do and you need some personalized suggestions on your projects, I love being able to help you out with that. So please let me know. And of course, free market analysis of your home and your neighborhood. Even if you're not moving, I think it's always helpful to know what your home is worth today, so that way you can plan ahead. And, you know, maybe you're thinking about moving in the next 2 to 3 years or 5 years. I think it's still a good idea to know where you're at today, right, for peace of mind. And as I mentioned to you, moving overall is very stressful. So please allow us to help you at no cost. And we're in the United States and Canada, and put you in touch with someone who can help you and guide you no matter where you go. So this is what I had to share with you today. I hope you have a wonderful start to spring, a wonderful start to the month of March. And we hope that you join us again next month for some more news and updates for the month of April. But for now, have a great day, and we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.